Fight Mike here. Today I'm going to be discussing Paddy Pimblett versus Justin Gaethje, which is headlining UFC 324, the first Paramount card of the Paramount era. It's a great fight. It's a massive fight. A lot of people thought that this was not going to be for the belt, myself included, so it was a little bit of a shock when this did get announced, but it's a good fight nonetheless, and it's an exciting one to start out the new era of the UFC. And it would have been nice to get Ilia Topuria in this one, just because I know we all want to see Ilia fight for the lightweight title, even though he's only fought once in the last almost year, or once in the last 14 months or so. So it's not good not having Ilia Topuria active, but this is what we've got. Very big fight between these two guys, and sort of around the fight, it's a weird one. Neither of them deserve a title shot at all. No one can convince me of it either. Neither guy deserves it in any way, shape, or form. But at the time where this was made, Arman didn't deserve it, because I think this was made before his fight against Dan Hooker. So I think that this was always in the works of actually happening. So we can't really complain about it. It's already going to happen. But I think that the fight should have been Gaethje versus Arman, or Pimblett versus Arman, or Pimblett versus Topuria versus Sarukian. So it's a bit of a weird one, and since it's had all of these situations around it, I think it's going to be a bigger fight because of it. But let's talk about the actual fight itself. Both guys have got so many ways to win. You've got Gaethje with the striking, with the probably better defense out of the two of them. He's got the explosiveness, he's got the combinations, he's a lot more fierce and vicious. But then Pimblett, he's got the outside footwork, he's got the grappling to be able to equalize it, he's got a granite chin, something that Justin Gaethje used to be praised of having. So it's a very, very weird fight where both guys have the exact opposite ways of winning, and usually that turns out to be a very one-sided affair when both guys have such differing strengths and weaknesses. And stylistically, this fight is really well made, because you've got Justin Gaethje, who's known as the powerhouse with no power. He's like a Paulo Costa of the lightweight division. Unless your name's James Vick, you're not getting knocked out by a punch. So Justin Gaethje, he's like the ultimate thud monster, where he can hit you and it'll sound really painful, but it's not going to do too much damage. He's more of a damage over time to sort of wear you down and break your will type fighter. Whereas Pimblett's more of even though he doesn't seem it, he's a bit more of a measured fighter, uses his fight IQ a little bit better than Justin Gaethje does. And Pimblett's able to use that outside footwork. He uses a lot of kicks, a lot of leg kicks, some head kicks as well. Stays on the outside. He has a pretty nice jab, but the thing is that Gaethje, his whole style is based around chinning you or just landing on you and damaging you over time. Pimblett stands completely upright. Completely. He's almost got his chin out there, ready to get cleaved by someone. So one of these hooks over the top from Gaethje very, very well could land. Neither guy is going to, if you're looking at this on the outside, neither guy can really blow the other one out of the water. You're not going to see Pimblett go out there and instantly rear naked choke Justin Gaethje out there. You're just not going to see that. He's going to have to walk. He might get a first round submission. He's going to have to walk through some fire to get there. He's not Habib. He's not going to be able to just come forward bullheadedly and have Gaethje giving him all the respect in the world. Gaethje's going to know he can chin Pimblett out cold, and he's going to know that Pimblett's there to be hit, and he's going to tag him often in that first round. Pimblett has to wade through that power to be able to get to the hips, get to the body lock and get that takedown and start grappling on him, because on the floor, Gaethje is a fish out of water. He's similar to a Israel Adesanya or a Cody Garbrandt, where they've got electric takedown defense. As soon as you stick him there, they're a fish out of water. So both guys have got a lot of ways that they can make this fight go. I will say I think that Pimblett has more ways to win. Gaethje, it's all kicks and punches. Kicks and punches. He can land a head kick over the top. He can damage your legs enough to a leg kick TKO. Or he's going to land a hook or enough hooks to be able to damage-based decision you. He doesn't really have, he's not going to guillotine you out cold when you shoot on him. Or he's not going He's not going to slam KO you. He might, but he's not going to go for a takedown. He's not going to win by a decision due to smudge. He's not going to use the clinch up against the cage to win a decision. He's not going to try and out-damage you to a decision using the clinch or using knees to the body, using kicks to the body. He's going to out-damage you with leg kicks and punches to the face and a random head kick out of nowhere. So he's not got a very wide set of skills, whereas Pimblett, he can wrestle offensively and defensive. He can land submissions. He can go for submissions on the bottom, go submissions on top. He can dominate you with ground and pound. He can ground and pound TKO you. He doesn't have the same punch power as someone like a Justin Gaethje, but I would argue he's got a very similar kick power. You see the leg kicks, especially the inside low of Paddy Pimblett, seems to have quite an effect on people. So I don't think even in the leg kicks he's going to be outmatched here. I think Gaethje does a really good job of checking kicks, so maybe it'll take that part of Pimblett's game out. But Gaethje's leg kicks are so heavily overrated. Yes, he was able to leg kick Poirier 56 times in their first fight. But yes, did Poirier chin him out cold in that first fight as well? He did catch him going for a leg kick. So it's like, although his leg kicks have proven very good in the past, he didn't finish Ferguson with leg kicks, and Ferguson was getting chopped with him every minute or so. He didn't finish Barboza with his leg kicks. Both of them were trading them one at a piece every single time. I think that's a bit of an overrated part of Justin Gaethje's game here, and I think that Pimblett's going to be able to deal with it with the length and the range, and being able to grab onto the leg and grab and take down, go for a leg lock off the takedown. And there's just so many ways that Pimblett can be able to work around this against Justin Gaethje. So stylistically, it's a very fun fight between the two of them. Each way you can go, there's any sort of finish there. Now, if we're going to look at some of their past performances to show why either guy's going to do better, I think the Fiziev fight for Gaethje, which is commonly his last fight, is the one that I'd be looking to, because although he got choked out cold by Charles Oliveira, it's because Oliveira brutally knocked him down with the right hand just before it. Pimblett ain't gonna do that, not at all. And I can relate the Rafael Fiziev fight towards a Gaethje fight just because Pimblett's a smart guy. He's got good fight IQ, and he's gonna look at that Fiziev fight and think, okay, he got an inverted triangle on him within 40 seconds of the round. I know that Gaethje wasn't expecting a takedown from Fiziev. I get it. I know he doesn't expect that. But he grappled awfully early against Fiziev there. Fiziev was even able to get a second takedown on him. He initially got one. Gaethje was able to get back up. Got the second, and that's where the inverted triangle position gets cinched up but not finished. If that's Paddy Pimblett there, 40 seconds into the fight, that inverted triangle, I bet my life on it, gets finished every single time. Pimblett's not fumbling that position like a Fiziev, a guy who's spending all of his training camp in Thailand getting good Muay Thai sparring rounds. That's not Pimblett. He's spending a lot of time grappling, and you better believe he's going to use it. So Gaethje, terrible grappling early against Rafael Fiziev, and that's going to be proven dangerous in this one. Look, I don't know if that's exactly how it's going to go down this time, because he's going to know that Pimblett's going to shoot early. Pimblett's a smart guy, as I was saying. And Gaethje is not going to be that unaware of the takedown coming like he was against Fiziev. But no doubt about it, that second takedown against Fiziev, he should have stopped. He should have known it's coming. He got taken down a minute before. That second one, he should have definitely stopped. Now, let's switch gears towards Pimblett. Pimblett's had some very, very good performances, but also some very, very bad performances. He's really disappointed me, especially in that Jared Gordon fight where he was getting caught constantly in the fight. Constantly. He was always getting caught by Jared Gordon in this one. And Gordon was really... I don't even think this fight was necessarily close. I thought Gordon won 30-27, or remember watching that live. But Pimblett was getting caught with everything over the top. Everything that could land, every hook that could land, every combination that could land was tagging Pimblett time and time again. Coming into a Gaethje fight, getting tagged up by Jared Gordon's a bad look. Jared Gordon just got finished by Rafa Garcia. I get it, Jared Gordon injured his knee the day before. I don't care. Rafa Garcia is honestly one of the least skilled lightweights I've ever seen work in my life. Ever. And he was able to beat Jared Gordon, the guy who made it Not even close with Pimblett. I know Pimblett broke his foot. Use that as an excuse all that you want. But that fight was pathetic and awful and shit. And that sort of performance doesn't bode well for me thinking that you're going to do well in a Justin Gaethje matchup. But then if I switch gears and look at his very last fight, the Michael Chandler fight, he dominated Chandler from bell to bell. From bell to until Chandler's tapping on his arm. Not even tapping. Until Chandler's head is getting beaten into the canvas. Pimblett dominated Chandler. And Chandler made it close with Justin Gaethje. Look, I know 40 UFCs or 36 UFCs apart. I'm pretty sure it was 268. Maybe? That Gaethje fought... that Pimblett fought Jared Gordon. It was on that Jan Blachowicz versus Magomed Ankalaev card. That was UFC 282, I think. UFC 282 to UFC 314. It's a massive difference. That Gordon fight was a long time ago. And UFC 314, he dominated Chandler. Oh, and where I was thinking, UFC 268, I'm pretty sure is when Gaethje fought Chandler. 90% sure that's when they fought. And between that fight to now is literally like 40 UFCs or so. 40. So I want to use that fight to really show the difference between the two of them because they have a common opponent. But Gaethje made it very close with Chandler. But that was a 36-year-old Chandler, not a 40-year-old Chandler, like the Chandler that Pimblett was versing. But Pimblett smoked Chandler. Chandler had no chance throughout the entire fight. He looks like a child out there. Genuinely, it looks like if I was trying to beat up my 13-year-old little cousin. Seriously, it looks like that. And having that sort of performance, even if it was against a withered, washed Chandler, it impresses me. It impresses me that you can dominate someone that well. Honestly, it does really impress me that he can dominate someone that well. So it's a tough one, this one. I could see Justin Gaethje winning it, getting the belt, having a moment where he's super happy about it. All because of some overhand rights and some leg kicks. But I can also see Paddy Pimblett just submitting him or ground and pound TKOing him. I'm going to go with Paddy Pimblett by second round submission. It's a tough one. I really want to pick Gaethje here. But I cannot watch you get put into an inverted triangle position by Rafael Fiziev, who basically doesn't wrestle. Look, I know obviously he does wrestle. I know that. Gaethje's known as the All-American this, D1 athlete that. He couldn't defend two takedowns, the only two takedowns that Rafael Fiziev shot. And look, I don't even necessarily think that Pimblett's going to land the takedown. I think it could be some Bobby Green-ass situation where Pimblett gets Justin Gaethje off balance and then subs him with a guillotine. Or gets him off balance, latches up the guillotine, uses it to roll over to mount. I can see Pimblett pulling up something slick off Justin Gaethje, throwing a head kick, slipping over to his bottom, and then getting submitted off the bottom. I could see it being some dumb like that. I don't have to just think about Justin Gaethje getting taken down. I also have to think about when is he going to overthrow his strikes like he always does. When? Because Pimblett's going to wait for that moment and he's going to get a takedown. Similarly to where Diego Lopez was able to get the 2 takedowns on Gene Silva. He waited for Gene Silva to overthrow something and then landed that takedown. I think Pimblett's going to have the same game plan. And I think he's going to be able to get a rear naked choke in the second round. Rear naked choke or guillotine. I could see either one. I'm going to go with a rear naked choke, though. I think he's going to get it on Justin Gaethje, finishing him, and I think he sleeps him out cold with it. I don't think Gaethje's tapping for this one. So let me know what you think is how you think the fight is going to go in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like and a comment. It really helps out the algorithm for me. And let me know if there's any sort of videos that you want to see at all. There's such a long break. I'll make absolutely anything. And I'll catch you next time. Peace.